new MacGuffin? All right, cool. We got another one. We established another MacGuffin, and we're establishing new goals. And once you finish all that setup again, you're like, all right, I understand what's going on. And what? There's a third MacGuffin.
Sounds like a multi-layered heist movie to me.
No.
That's all I'm hearing is that this sounds like this might be just kind of like an Inception minus the sleeping.
Nope.
I feel like this is probably one of the best movies ever, and you're just a hater.
No, watch this.
I don't like Tom Holland.
Discovery, throttle up.
Liftoff and the clock has started.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Potluck Focus. Focus. And this time, we are talking about Amazon's secret level, because Amazon is in a very unique position. They are in a position to make themselves the de facto place to go to make a good video game project.
Roll intro. Carry on.
Anyway, they have a chance to make themselves the de facto place to make video game projects and adaptations. Because regardless of how you or I or your personal feelings about it out there, the general feelings on the Fallout show is that people like it and they're going to be making more of it. And it was very positive for Amazon. And at the end of the day, that is what these projects are aimed to do. And not all video game projects are good right now, but they are in a position to make themselves the place to go to make good ones.
Yeah, but we're getting a lot of good ones out there though, because Sonic, and I saw a crazy post here that they were talking about how through just the internet collectively banding together created this $1 million, probably knocking close on $1 billion franchise where now we have Keanu Reeves involved and not just like these, sometimes SNL actors that.
Hey, get off that, bro.
Name one star from that franchise.
I plead the fifth. That's not fair, bro. Because that's not fair.
Elba.
That's not fair. Because one of my favorite actors of all time,
Jim Carrey.
I didn't learn their name till like a couple years ago, and it's not for lack of trying. It's just because I'm dumb.
Who?
Anthony Anderson.
Wow.
For years, he was the nigga from Barbershop.
Wow. He was the nigga from Kangaroo Jack for me.
Damn, bro. Kangaroo Jack. I know he was in it, but at least my point of I would give him Barbershop.
Dude, I used to love Kangaroo Jack.
We all
give
love
him his Jackie legs.
We all love Kangaroo Jack. I ain't
saying a hip,
Kangaroo
a hop,
Jack.
a hip. It's
That's why there's two of them.
Hip to hop. Yeah, we don't talk about that second one. Though. We don't talk about that second one, or the animated TV show either. We don't talk about that either.
I was here for the TV show. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, okay.
I just wanted more Kangaroo Jack in my life. What the fuck you want from me? Would you want me to lie?
Sometimes sequels just don't need to happen.
Would you want me to lie to you?
That's a shot to you, Hollywood. Just leave shit alone. You don't got to reboot it. You don't got to have a sequel. There are so many ideas. I can give you 5, but you got to pay me. I'm not just going to give them to you for free.
But for every Sonic, there is a Halo show that's made by people that legitimately did not fuck with Halo in any way, shape, or form, and it shows. Or you have shit like the Minecraft movie that's coming out that is like a studio purposely making every wrong decision. It's like I'd rather hope that the trailer is a joke, because if that is an actual representation of the film that they're going to produce, I have no good predictions for them. Financially,
it's just
more commercially.
It's just Jumanji. It's just Jumanji, but in Minecraft now. That's all
Minecraft,
it is.
though.
And they got most of the same people back. It's you know what
Minecraft,
you know what it is. You know what that movie actually is. Now that I've said it out loud,
Jumanji 3.
It's Jumanji 3.
He's like, I wrote this movie. Goddamn,
that's what it is.
And I'm not throwing it away.
Isn't it? It's Jack Black. Isn't Kevin Hart in it too? Isn't
I don't think so. No, it's Jack Black, Jason Momoa.
Okay, and, that's your stand-in for The Rock.
Some other people.
And I'm sure they'll.
But not
you know who it'll be? It'll be Buddy from Get Out, the TSA agent dude. That's who it'll be. Instead of Kevin Hart, it'll be him.
Oh man, bro, from Uncle Drew.
Yeah, consider the situation fucking handled.
Nah, No, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah.
I am not looking forward to seeing Jack Black say I am Steve like that.
I mean, since when did
that
Steve
made-
have a beard?
That made like this part of my soul die, and I was like, oh man, that was one of my favorite parts of the soul. But there it goes.
Because they don't talk in Minecraft, right?
They make noises.
Yeah, they just kind of grunt and like, ah.
I mean,
I don't think they have a language.
no, not really. I mean, you can get a beard though. My Minecraft dude got a beard.
Not a
Bearded
beard.
up.
I'm talking about they like speak language,
Nah,
not
not
facial
really.
hair. Follow. I'm sure you can get a beard.
No, not really.
That makes sense.
But that's all right. That's whatever. They speak via text if something must be said. But I mean, Steve is just the de facto main character. It just doesn't make sense because if you want to have Jack Black be that guy, that's cool. It would be great if it was an animated movie. Be dope. Be a good time. Be a fun little thing here.
Yeah, but good luck with that because that's now you're talking about just having him doing a different version of Bowser. You know?
I mean, it could have been that. It could be something else. It could be a bro from Shark Tale again. It could be that. Who knows?
Ooh, Lenny.
Yeah, it could be Lenny again. Who knows? Jack Black got range. Get off that with voice acting Jack
true.
Black.
That is true. I do like Jack Black.
But what is
I'm
this
not gonna
nonsense?
disrespect Jack Black. You know, other than that Star Wars thing, but I didn't see it, so it didn't bother me.
It's just a weird choice. It's just a series of weird choices for this project. It's not like all video game things need to be animated. It's just that you have to use the IP you're using and use the tools that make the most sense. And for Minecraft, that just don't make no goddamn sense.
Yeah, I don't know why you do live action for Minecraft. It doesn't translate well.
And this is where we get to Secret Level, because Secret Level for Amazon is going to be an anthology thing. So there is a bunch of games that they have on the dockets to make, and I got a list here. It's from Forbes. If you want to find it yourself, that's where I'm looking at. So we start off with like the type, as far as this list goes, we start off with a real question mark. Pac-Man. Yeah. Weird.
And this animated live action?
And that's the thing, because it's anthology, it's going to be a thing to thing kind of deal. But a lot of this stuff I know is supposed to be live action, and if all of this is supposed to be live action, I have no idea what the fuck is up with this Pac-Man thing.
Because if they, and again, it'll be live action, but they'll have just a CGI Pac-Man is what it'll be, and he'll be like around people, I guess, or it'll be him in the Pac world with Lady Pac-Man, and then she'll have to like how serious is this gonna be? Is this gonna be like for kids? Is this for like adults?
Well,
is it is it thriller? Give me more.
I mean, all I got for you is Pac-Man. It's like, but as we go through the list of games, it'll make a little more sense. But to answer your question, I think a good majority of this is going to be leaning towards the action adventure side, because the next one on this list here is Warhammer 40K, and that's Space Marines. You know, we got a faction of Space Marines that their whole thing is eating people and drinking blood to gain their memories and whatnot. Like, there's some crazy shit going on in Warhammer 40K. Like, them Space Marines be getting down and dirty. So we got that. We have Concord, which I don't know about that. That game just got shut down. The game came and went.
Where's Concord?
It came out like maybe a week ago, and it got shut down because it was basically Guardians of the Galaxy Overwatch at home. And that, which would have been cool 8 years ago when they were making it. Probably would have done better, but people are kind of sick of all of those things at this point.
I like Overwatch. Shout out to Overwatch.
I mean, that's fine, but you would probably just end up just playing Overwatch then. You already have that.
Yeah, it's true. I already paid for it.
Exactly. It's like why move on to the discount version of this thing that I already have right here?
Yeah, fair.
Makes no sense. Mega Man, that could be cool.
Okay.
Mega Man could definitely be fun. Unreal Tournament, fighting game. I don't know how they're gonna do that. That could be cool though.
I mean, it'll be a Mortal Kombat style, you know.
But if it's an anthology, they're only really gonna have maybe one episode, maybe one or two.
It'll probably
maybe a couple episodes for like a season kind of thing.
It'll probably be like Love, Death, Robots. If you haven't seen that on Netflix, go check out Love, Death, Robots, because that's a really good anthology show where it's just a whole bunch of one-shot episodes, and it's just
well, that
really
would be
good
like
shit.
Kind of like there are some anthologies where it's like mini series, so it'll be like 3 episodes is one whole, you dig, and then it'll move 3 episodes will be some other kind of thing.
How long are these episodes?
No, so what I'm looking at here is it's not a whole lot of information. It's really just they're working on it and they're adding things and subtracting things. Like they've just recently added like God of War and Sifu to the list of things that they're going to be
Okay.
adapting. They're talking about adapting Dungeons and Dragons, Splunky.
Okay. Splunky. Great game.
Yeah, and it's actually a
Phenomenal
kind of a
game.
crazy game, like as far as the actual story behind this, because there a lot of these games like Splunky, the story behind it is far more fascinating than one would know, because you would have to play deep into the game, and it's a difficult game to get through. And even then, it's not really explicit because that's not really what the game is about per se.
Yeah.
But adapting these things, like they're mining and they're going to end up on the moon. Yep. They're going to end up on the moon.
By mining.
Yeah.
Now I got to play this game all the way through then, because I got to see how you get to the moon by going down through the earth. Do they just go so far through the earth they just shoot out?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I'll give it a Google. Give it a Google.
But assuming that even half of these things go well, that will put them in a very advantageous position in terms of getting more creators to go to them to create their vision for their adaptation of whatever IP they want to adapt. Because thus far, they've done things as well as they could. They've given the funds to the people to make the thing. They're not out here trying to be like, well, I think Amazon would like it if you did it this way. I mean, that would be fantastic. It's like, all right, so here's the bread. Y'all do your thing, and when this is done, the money we gave to you better be back in my pockets. You know what I'm talking about?
And then some.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I mean, it's nice to see, studios actually giving creators that liberty.
Yeah.
And it's something you don't see with, like, a lot of studios, like, or if Tom Cruise is associated with it, I don't know. Do you know about the Tom Cruise bullshit?
We're talking about with the MonsterVerse, or?
I mean, it has to do with the MonsterVerse, but Tom Cruise has a clause in all his contracts where he has final say on scripts.
Okay.
And which is awful for any actor on any project to have final say on the script.
Not good.
And so the MonsterVerse thing, how that got squashed, because obviously it's about the mummy, but somehow it ended up being a Tom Cruise Mission Impossible movie.
It's about Tom Cruise running through the desert with demon eyes.
Yeah, and it was because there was a whole different movie, and Tom was like, there's not a whole lot of Tom in here. You saying Tom dies in the first 30 minutes? No. I come back right here, and I'm technically a mummy, even though I'm not mummified. And then they're all going to look at my abs and look at my dick, and they got to say, wow. And I want to make sure that all the women that are on set, they got to look at it, and they got to say, wow, that's in the movie. That is in the movie. that happens.
No.
Yeah, that's the Tom Cruise thing. But back to the point of,
I don't think it should be like that.
it shouldn't be, but that's something that like happens with the industry where it's like you have writers with that give you like, hey, I have a great script for you, and the studio's like, how about you do none of that?
Look, I don't know, man. Like I ain't in that room. I would have been putting my foot down. Would have been somebody else in that movie.
I mean, but again, that movie made more than its budget. It had enough to come back. Actually, no, I don't think it did. I think it just broke even, or like it was like $100 million over budget. Which, like, okay, you made it back, but like for a Hollywood blockbuster, that ain't shit.
Did you do? Yeah. You didn't do it
for a Tom Cruise movie. That ain't shit. Tom
like,
is fucking up.
And that's just one of those things where, at least that's just how I see it. When you have any person on a project that is trying to make themselves bigger than a project, it's like, well, at the end of the day, there was something you were on where you needed that, and you became a star because you were given a chance. Like, at the end of the day, they say Tom Cruise gets kaboingoed out of that movie, and someone else gets a chance and they kill it, murder it, and a star is born.
Well, that's like Dave Bautista. Well, I don't really like him anymore, and it's because of how he dragged Drax. And he was like, yeah, I'm trying to. And like, people say he didn't really drag him. I'm like, nah, but it's like talking shit about somebody like right to their face, but like their head slightly turned. He was like, oh, I want to do some real serious acting. I don't think I'll ever come back to the character of Drax now that I'm, really a real actor now. I'm like, show some respect to the character that got you out of being Dave Bautista, the wrestler. because wasn't no one looking for you in any movies before Guardians of the Galaxy.
And
End of sentence.
And to say that that's not, to say that you're not a serious actor because you were only doing that character, that's doing a disservice to not only that character, it's doing a disservice to everyone else involved with that movie and the whole project, because that's basically saying that this project ain't real.
It's doing a service to yourself too. So you're saying that you weren't really acting. So what? You just wasted you were just out there collecting a check.
It's like literally a disservice to every single person involved on that project, and that's years of work.
That's over a decade worth of work, and that put you on the map, and it has definitely bought you houses and shoes. And but tell me more about this list, because we are on the clock. It is the focus.
Okay. So we got Sifu, which I think would be really cool because it's like a kung fu movie type shit.
Okay.
That would be super fun to watch. Because when was the last time you seen like a kung fu like action?
Where it's just all about kung fu.
Where like you get to see like some actual kung fu, like no CGI bullshit. Like you get to see just like actual professional fighters and stuntmen.
The Crow
do shit.
The Crow.
And how often do you see that?
Well, I seek that shit out. So like it's
you have to seek it out though.
But I would say that it's because of how prevalent superhero movies have gotten. You see a whole lot of cut and choppy shit that's just you can't really tell. You know movement's happening, but you're not really seeing any punches land or anything.
Because there was a time where even if you didn't seek it out, you could definitely rely at least once a year you would get a movie that would just be in the theater that you go to that's like that.
Yeah.
And like even like not in counting when Jackie Chan was making movies actively all the time. Like not even counting that because that's cheating. Because obviously you're gonna get stuff like that because that's what he does.
The Jackie Chan era, the Medallion, the Tuxedo, all the Rush Hours. Yeah. I mean,
like in that vein in terms of action, where it's like you're not cutting. It's just like nah, bro. They're just like that.
Yeah.
That is what I think Sifu would be. And that's the kind of thing where you have all of these projects of different styles. You will definitely be casting a wide net, and you only really need to hit on just over half of them. Because even the ones that are mostly people don't like, there's people that's gonna like them.
That's true. I would say you got to hit on, if you have 10 episodes, you got to hit on at least 7. And that is because you have to get the people coming back, and then you have to capture the finale people. Because if you don't have the finale, if your finale's not good, it doesn't really matter how good the first 4 or 5 episodes. Because people that'll fuck with it, they're going to fuck with it regardless. But like the people that are going to like suggest it to people that may not be into that kind of thing, your finale has to slap.
Yeah, because like I have 14 properties here on this list right here, and with those 14. If 7 or 8 are good, in terms of if it's one episode apiece, 7 or 8 are good. Now they're sitting on. Now they're sitting on in terms of successful adaptations. That would mean they would be able to say we've done a good Fallout, and then they would be able to rattle off 7 more things. They would be sitting on 8 properties that they've done well. Whereas you have Paramount, they are sitting on 0 because people like. For all intents and purposes, the Halo show is not doing
Halo
too good.
Show was not great. I haven't seen it, but I heard real bad things about it.
No, the people who it's for aren't liking it.
Yeah,
like the general feeling about it is negative, and that's not really what you want. And they're sitting on a goose egg. But as you do still have Netflix. Netflix has done some good things with their like anime video game adaptations, or you have the League of Legends Arcane, and you have the Castlevania stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Castlevania's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Castlevania's really good. Shout out to Dracula.
But even those don't even really follow, well, at least for Castlevania, it's really more in terms of being a video game adaptation. It's really more of an adaptation in IP only, and not really in terms of its content. But even in that, it's still, that's a very valid way to do an adaptation of a video game IP.
Oh, yeah.
There's that, like Sonic franchises like that.
Yeah, it doesn't follow like any specific Sonic story. I mean, it's
That's its
Sonic
own
characters,
version of
yeah.
Sonic at this point. Like if they were to do like how in Smash Bros, Mega Man's Final Smash, they show all the different versions of Mega Man.
Yeah.
Like, if they did that with Sonic, that would be its own version of Sonic. Like if they did another Sonic Generations with every iteration of Sonic.
Yeah.
You'd have 2D Fat Sonic, you would have 3D Sonic, you would have that movie Sonic, and
Sonic
if
Underground
If they were
Sonic.
going real deep with it, yeah, you would have the Sonic Underground Sonic, Sonic X Sonic, and then you have those two,
Sonic.
the Sonic animated series Sonic and that other anime Sonic that
And
was
the
going
Archie
on
Sonic,
at the same time.
that's low key God.
Yeah,
Which
and Archie Sonic.
you can't have Archie Sonic pull up because Archie Sonic solo is your favorite verse. Y'all just don't really know. Y'all just don't know because y'all don't mess with Archie comics. But quietly as it kept Archie Sonic solos most verses.
And that is a very equally valid way to adapt something. So if that is what Amazon is doing, if that is what they end up doing as far as this anthology series goes, we could end up in a world where, in terms of where it's like, hey, if you want to do a video game adaptation, if that is your itch, if that is your niche, that's what you're trying to do, that's where you end up. That's who you end up pitching to, because they have a track record of allowing you to make the project you would like to make, and as well as success doing those things.
I think there's the flip side of that is
There's definitely a bad
become
version of this.
they become the monopoly of it. Even if everything goes well and all the projects are good, you don't want one. You don't want Amazon, specifically Amazon, being the only place where you can go to get a good video game adaptation.
And
it's a nice way to open up the door to better adaptations and to show that like this IP is transferable.
It's really a door that should have been opened already.
Yeah, but it's the same. It has the problem that nerd culture is often gatekept by the nerds within it to a point where it becomes something that if you aren't a nerd, then you almost get bullied out of it. And it's something that I hate with Marvel, and I really hate with Star Wars the most. Star Wars fans are insufferable. Like, they are the worst. And, like, some of the most, like, damn, I didn't know you was racist. Like damn, I didn't know you was sexist, too. Because all shit you mad about is the black people and the women. Like, tell me something else that you're mad about besides that. And it's like, wow, y'all are just mad about just the wildest shit. And that's why it's hard to even start getting into Star Wars stuff, because they had, in this most recent one, the Acolyte, they had Rue from the Hunger Games is in there, X-23 is in there, Daphne Keane, and so you got two women and two women of color in there, and of course fans are like, I've never seen this in Star Wars, what's happening? And I'm like, it's a galaxy far, far away. We've seen all these planets. There can't be brown people? That's crazy. That's wild that you're saying that to me right now. And it's my shirt. I don't give a fuck. But
What happened? I thought we love Obi-Wan.
nah, I mean, Obi-Wan, the show. Obi-Wan, the show is good.
That's not even what I was thinking about when I said that.
Oh, the Acolyte, I haven't seen it. I'm not
we
investing
love
time
Mace
in that.
Windu. He brown as fuck.
Yeah. Name 3 other black Jedi.
Look, I can't name you that many Jedi, period.
Yeah, you sure you can.
Hey, I said I can't name that many. I said I can't name more than one.
Dooku, Palpatine.
You don't want naming all the
Obi-Wan.
you don't want naming all the Jedi right
Yeah,
now.
but you know these people.
Who?
Come on now.
Count Dookie, what'd you say?
Isamin. Jaja.
Shut up. Shut up before you get muted for the next 5 minutes.
Wow. That's how you feel?
Nah.
That's really how you feel?
But that is
25.
that is another version of this where that it becomes the only place, but I don't think it'll get there, because honestly I think Netflix will get more desperate for anything by then.
And we already have Funimation that's already got them and Nintendo have a good deal. And like the way that I was watching this one video, and it definitely seems this way, that Nintendo has given them the IP that they will allow to become characters, and then there's the IP that they want that are sacred, and they've already put the in, like with the Mario movie, kind of established, okay, these are characters, these ones specifically, but these other ones, you're not going to touch these are ours, and you won't see these characters. And I think that you'll see as we go on, you'll see a lot of the auxiliary Mario characters, but you won't see no Star Fox not for a while until they start doing all that stuff with the Smash Bros. They have like a timeline, but I think it'll be very few characters from all those IP. I don't think you're gonna get the full blanket until Nintendo is certain that like you guys can continue to like put out more and more.
Sony's also looking to make more things. It's just that's why there's a lot of Sony products in this secret level thing, because Sony has been looking to spread into more things with their video game stuff anyway. So,
I mean, they've been trying this whole time. This hasn't like Sony's been trying to make video game movies for I think the longest out of anybody. I mean,
no, but this like in terms of
Microsoft.
their actual, this is explicitly in their like strategy right now. Like they want to enter into more different projects. Like they've hired showrunners to write TV shows for some IPs. Like they're making those kind of moves. And as long as they could stay away from making another movie like Uncharted, they might be able to.
You really hate that movie because you bring it up at any chance you get to rag on that movie. You bring it up
because it's bad.
It can't be that bad, bro. Like you hate it more than people. Movies. You hate that more than Dragon Ball Evolution at this point. Nah, because you don't ever bring that up, and that movie has to be the worst.
Because we're not talking about anime live action movies right now. We're talking about video game movies
because you bring that shit up a lot. If I went back to all the episodes we were talking about,
it's more relevant more often. Dragon Ball Evolution is one bad movie. Uncharted is 3 bad movies.
No, it's one bad movie that it's 3 bad movies. You are saying because you hate it that much.
No, watch it. It's definitely 3 different movies.
So you just hate that movie that much.
You will literally feel the moment a different movie begins. Because you're like, wait a minute, did they just? Because you'd be like, all right, cool. We've established the MacGuffin. We've established the characters. We've established our goals. Lit. Time for a new scene. It's like, wait, what the fuck? Is that a new MacGuffin? All right, cool. We got another one. We established another MacGuffin, and we're establishing new goals. And once you finish all that setup again, you're like, all right, I understand what's going on. And what? There's a third MacGuffin.
Sounds like a multi-layered heist movie to me.
No.
That's all I'm hearing is that this sounds like this might be just kind of like an Inception minus the sleeping.
Nope.
I feel like this is probably one of the best movies ever. And you're just a hater.
No, watch it.
I don't like Tom Holland, so I won't watch it. And I really don't like Mark Wahlberg, so I'm not watching that either.
What? Oh, that's convenient. That's convenient.
No, I mean, I haven't watched it. You know me. If I was going to watch a movie, I was going to see it at the theaters when it came out.
That's convenient.
Nah, bro, I've seen Morbius. You can't put that on me.
Talk about, I don't like Tom Holland. What they got to do with the movie? What they got to do with anything? You ain't paying
fuck
them.
Tom Holland.
You're not paying
Kissing
them.
my woman like that.
Maybe if you had finished your goddamn mixtape, that could have been you, nigga.
Look, I was never Billy Elliot. I can't do no damn ballet, and I can't do a backflip, so I didn't have a shot.
Look, I'm not hating.
And I have an upper lip. That's the problem too. He don't got an upper lip because he always got a frog in his mouth. Look up any picture of Tom Holland at a black carpet. It always look like he got a frog in his mouth and that he's just trying to like keep his mouth closed so it don't jump out. He'd be like, all his pictures. Look it up. Put a clip in on the green screen.
No, I'm not doing that.
Put a clip up. Future tape.
So, if there's one video game adaptation that you would want to see in an anthology series like this, because the possibilities are still very much wide open in terms of what is possible.
You know the answer.
No, I don't.
Sly Cooper, specifically,
because as of right now, we're going to the impression you get one episode.
I would do Sly's dad. Actually,
it may be an hour.
It would be Sly's dad, and it would be him doing his last heist before he adds his entry to the Thievius Raccoonus. And so it would essentially be a setup to the beginning of Sly's story.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing, and I've said it before on the podcast, that the fourth game missed a trick where they, instead of having Sly interact with his dad, who he never really like, since he was like a wee lad, maybe like 4 or 5, hadn't seen his pop, and
because
you went through all these.
Logan never came back.
Nah, his dad got murked in the house. Fought the motherfuckers to let him get to his son.
That's just
put some respect on Papa Cooper's name.
That's just what Sly.
Nah. I ain't gonna disrespect Papa Cooper.
I'm trying, but you're not making it easy.
Among these G's. Ain't no way.
I'm trying, but you ain't making it easy.
Put some respect on Papa Cooper's name, and I'm not gonna let you do it. Nah, son, that's a real one. He was like, nah, we only steal from other criminals. We ain't really on the streets like that. And you know, like that movie, that game series definitely had a couple people that are furries in it for sure that were on the team. Because there ain't no reason Carmelita Fox was drawn like that. Ain't no reason. I ain't gonna say no more on it, but shit's wild. But yeah, it would be you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But it would be about his dad, and you know how he because each generation they utilize the cane differently, and they all get a different like ability with it. At some point, the Western Cooper, he turns that shit into a revolver, and then he puts it together, and then it's a long rifle. My man's nice with it, and they go back to like caveman times where it was just like a rock on a stick. But I would definitely want to see Sly's dad because they missed an opportunity. Could have had him do like him the whole dad hug. He's like, I'm so proud of your son. You really are the most honorable thief in the family. You've done the Cooper name proud. And then he steps back into his portal, and he's like, Dad, no. And he's like, son, you can't tell me about my fate. You don't know what it'll do to history, but I'm ready to face it. And then he goes back, and then it starts off with where Sly ends at the very beginning, where he's looking out through the crack door, and you see the first slash, and it starts ripping up the pages of the Thievius Raccoonus, and that's how the beginning of the first game starts. That's how I do it.
That would be pretty cool. That would be, especially given if you really only had an hour to do a thing, that would be really cool. Mm-hmm. For me, I would do the game Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. Because that whole, you could do the whole story of that game in an hour, because really it's just a journey of two brothers trying to save their dad. And the game it's from, is the unique thing about it is that you actually play both brothers at the same time. Yeah. Each one is controlled by one of the joysticks, and you go through the whole game like that and solving puzzles. And
yeah, it's a very interesting game. Yeah. It's a game where it was like I like that they made it that if you don't necessarily have to play with someone else, like it's a 2-player game, but you can do the whole thing by yourself. And I did like that because it was like, the homies can't always come over. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's raining, ain't nobody want to ride that bike to their house.
And it would be a very different thing because it's very easy to go the route of adapting things that have action in it and all that, and emotional beats that hit you out of nowhere. It's like, I was doing a bad the whole time? Yeah. It's like, it would be very different to have a story that's very wholesome. They're just like, nah, bro, we just trying to go save Pops. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Like, you can stop and play basketball for a little bit. That was pretty cool. But it's like,
hoop real quick, get some cardio in. Pops wouldn't be mad. He ain't dead yet.
Yeah, he in the world, bro, chilling.
Yeah, bro, he's good.
And then and it will give the writers an opportunity to punch the watchers right in the old field box.
Any last words?
Uckum buckum.
Anything else you want to tell us about the show? Drop the name, drop the dates when it's going to release.
I don't believe there is no release date yet, but it is secret level on Amazon.
Is it going to be, you got to pay for it, or you think it'll be free?
You're definitely probably gonna have to pay for it. It's Amazon.
Whack.
You probably just go. It's probably gonna be an Amazon Prime thing.
I'm just gonna keep. Nothing. Nothing. FBI people.
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing.
You sure? You sure?
Just gonna keep streaming.
You want to say all out?
Streaming it legally through my Amazon Fire Stick. Bye bye.